Hola muchachos, what's up everyone? Welcome to A Drive of Europe. This is my workstation. So I actually thought that we are gonna go through what really happened, because a lot of you has been asking what really happened during our event at San Sebastian. So well, let's get right into it. Okay, so when you come to San Sebastian, there is a couple of options you have, and you have to be aware of that anything can happen on a trip. It is scorching hot. So, well, we have about 27 degrees Celsius outside, so it's really, really hot. So you have to excuse me for sweating, but it is what it is, and I do want to address this video properly, since it is a big deal for me and it was a huge stress on both my family and me and the car and the caravan. So, like I said, you have to be aware that anything can happen on a trip. You can get lost, you can get stressed, you can take a wrong turn. You shouldn't panic, but a lot of stuff happened at the same time. So when you come to San Sebastian, it is a very gorgeous place. It is a spectacular city with the views and the ocean and the streets and the shopping, and everything is great with that place. However, one thing is bad, and that's it is so narrow. Everything is narrow. When you come and go to the campsites, either whichever road you take, it is narrow. So with that said, let's check out what really happened. So as we can see when we start the movie, it is a very busy street with a lot of cars parked. Mind this, that I don't have the caravan on towing at this moment. So when we come up, we see that we have one lane in each direction, and you can't really drive the caravan on one lane. So you have to have the caravan a bit over the hard line, the hard white line. So when you get up to a certain point and you see how narrow, and it is, the trees are enough down that it's gonna scrape. And when you get to like this road construction, you don't have many options, because there is a lot of buses going up and down this street as well. So with that said, it is hard to drive here, and it is a lot of hills. So it is taking a toll on your vehicle, and you have to have a decent amount of power to get up. I wanted to show you this road before we got a chance to see the other one, because you need to understand how narrow this is, and it is a spectacular view. Just look, it is a bit shaky, but just look at the scenery and how nice it is to come up this high and to have the chance to have the caravan on a high mountain like this, and always waking up to that magnificent view. It is so gorgeous. And as you can see now, we are getting to the point where we have a bus ahead of us, and when you meet this bus now, it's okay because you are coming into a small town. But on the way up, and when it isn't this wide, it is tricky. You have to stay and park and let the other one go. So now we are at the campsite, and if you want, and if you have the chance to visit these campsites, it is highly recommended. They are very nice, very focused on making sure that you have a nice and decent staying. They have a swimming pool, they have a children's play area. They have so you can make barbecues, and it. Okay, now we are on the road that I was tricked into by the GPS. So it's decent, but it isn't good. I met a truck here, and as you can see, my car tires are in the grass besides the road, and with the caravan wider than my car, the caravan's tires, the right tire, is in the mud at the moment. But no problem, I wasn't stressed at this point. So we continued to just power through. And it isn't that hard at the moment. It is going up, but not in a worrying state. Now the caravan and it's going well so far, but this is where it takes a turn for the worse. Okay, we're coming into a campsite, the other campsite, and I am just assuming that the road goes through because it's so narrow and perhaps you can't do a lot of road constructions, but this is where it really starts to go wrong. And I realized that we are in fact in a campsite which doesn't have an exit on the other side. I'm trying to back up and I'm 10 centimeters from the wall and the caravan is on the ground. It is slammed down. So I don't have any options than to just either scrape the caravan and just clip one of the mirrors that I have, extension mirrors for the caravan. So it's actually scraping against the wall at the moment, and the caravan is sliding on the back side on the ground. So I am sweating, I am annoyed, I am trying to really take it easy. I tried to drive up, but the clutch started to like smell really bad. So I'm trying my best here with the help of the people on the campsites, which are very nice and very helpful, but I am in a really stressed mood. So we get out of the campsites, but it is close. I ask them which is the best way to the other campsites. They say go out, go back. When you get to the crossing, just take a left. And I'm fine with that. I trust them, and I don't know what's coming next, but I'm very happy and I'm settling down. And it is so narrow. Now I'm coming to a point, it isn't starting to go uphill yet, so I'm not that worried. But when we pass this house, this is really the point of I can't. We are coming to a hill and it is starting to go up, and you see on the side here they don't have anything. The car is the width of the road, and here I am just totally, I can't back down. I just have to go up, because if I back down, I make one wrong calculation, I could drive the caravan off. And of course it isn't over, because we meet a bicycle and I have to stop on this very steep hill. And you see, if I burn the clutch, if anything doesn't work here and I just drive and something fails, I'm just gonna go straight back and it is gone. It is over. But I make it, and it is hard on the car. The car doesn't like this at all. Let's just say this. So we get to the top of the hill and I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm safe. It is over. But I turn my head to the left and just see another hill. And I'm thinking that this is a never-ending story. This is where I lose the caravan. This is, you remember the steep behind me. So I just floor it. I'm thinking, if I go and the car goes, I'm going up, not down. Just up. And I'm sweating, I'm screaming at my family, I am annoyed, I can't take any more stress. So we are actually coming up to the main road. And this is the road that we came from the other direction. And I couldn't take anything. I couldn't listen to anything, I couldn't speak. But we finally made it. And I was afraid. Some people asked me, why didn't you let your family out and just you drove and they walked? I wasn't thinking straight. I have no idea that that was an option. Of course, afterwards I should have let them walk and I drove. But at that point I was so stressed out, so I really had no input other than the car, the instrument on the instrument cluster on the dashboard, and just I had one goal, and it was going straight to the top. I didn't want to listen to anything else, and we made it. But it was hard. So that's the story of how we really messed up in San Sebastian. I'm happy everything went all right. I talked to the receptionist in the caravan park and in the campsites, and they said that it shouldn't be doable with with the setup we have. That heavy car, that large car, that long caravan, heavy caravan. But I am just grateful. If I had any less lowered power car, I don't think we would have made it up that hill. So, well, I want to thank you all for watching. Have an amazing summer and check out for the next video. It isn't gonna be this action-packed, but this is the story of how we almost lost everything in San Sebastian. I'll see you in the next one.